over the weekend, I did run into some Philly acquaintances, and they said something interesting to me. They said, yo, I really love the pod that you have with Space Cakes. And I said, who the fuck is Space Cakes? And they said, your co-host, Space Cakes. I said, Maul? They said, yeah, in Philly, we call them Space Cakes. I said, Beanie Sigel, stop saying that to me.
Yeah.
Why does Beanie Sigel call you Space Cakes?
That's funny. So years ago, I ate a this is funny. That's crazy. Beans told you that? That's hilarious. So we was in so Biggs had I don't know if Biggs had him, but I was at Biggs' house. I think I want to say it was New Year's 2001 or 2002 maybe. So he had some I don't know who it was, but somebody brought some weed brownies.
Okay.
And you know, no, actually it was Thanksgiving. It wasn't New Year's, it was Thanksgiving.
Someone brought that to Thanksgiving?
Exactly. So we
I also love that you had Thanksgiving with Beanie Sigel.
No, Beans wasn't there. No. Beans wasn't there. Beans wasn't there. So we had dinner at the crib at Big's house, and somebody bought some weed brownies. Now I didn't know they were weed brownies. I just thought somebody brought brownies.
So it's a delicious treat.
And it's on the counter, it's on the island, like in the kitchen with everything else. It's a part of the spread.
It's not labeled.
No, it's part of the spread. Understand what I'm telling you, because this is a very important part of the story. It's part of
Is there elders there too?
My dad.
Okay.
But
I'm thinking about like that one older grandma that loves a sweet treat.
No. Some kids was around, but you know, I think that they were probably too little to even get on the island at the time. But so I see the brownies. So now we downstairs in the arcade, because we used to be downstairs playing the NBA Jam like for hours. That would be our thing. It would be our rec, just down there playing that shit for hours. So I go upstairs. I'm like, damn, I didn't want no cake, but then I saw the brownies. So I'm like, oh, it's brownies? Like, all right, bet. So I get a brownie, go downstairs, I'm eating the brownie. I'm like, damn, that was kind of fire. I go upstairs and get another one. Come back downstairs. So now that I'm on the second one, Biggs is on the game, and he look at me, he like, yo, what you eating? I was like, yo, these brownies is fire. He was like, what brownies? I said, the brownies upstairs. He was like,
everything start echoing.
He said, yo, he said, listen to what I'm follow me. He said, you got those brownies from upstairs? God bless, my brother Bob was there. So he started looking, he was like, brownies, like, they all start laughing. They was like, yo, those the brownies that was in the foil? So I was like, yeah. He was like, yo, those are weed brownies.
I didn't know you like to get wet.
I promise you, as soon as Big said, those are weed brownies, I heard brownies. It was like somebody just put the reverb on. I was like, because now mind you, at this time, I wasn't smoking like that. Like I wasn't smoking really at all like that. Wasn't never really a big drinker. So I was like virgin to any type of drug, weed, anything. Like, so as soon as he said weed brownies, my cheeks got warm. The top of my ears got hot. And I'm standing there. So now I'm nervous because everybody start laughing. And I was like, yo, all right, so what's going to happen though? Like, I'm trying to understand what feeling should I expect in the next few minutes? So they all laughing. They like, oh, so Big's looking like, damn, like because he said, how many you have? I said, that was my second one. He was like, oh my God, like you about to be man down.
I'll see you at Christmas.
So like 20 minutes pass. So everybody start looking. So I stayed like, yo, just drink some water, start drinking a bunch of water. I'm drinking a bunch of water, I start getting hot. I'm like, oh my God, I feel it working. Like it's going through my bloodstream now. Yo, I went upstairs. I said, I got to go in the room and lay down. Because I was getting like this, like I guess anxiety was starting kicking in. Everybody laughing at me. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to just go in the room and lay down. I could hear these niggas through the vents laughing. So I hear them like, yo, he going to be high as shit. So now imagine
Or did you really hear them from the vents?
Yeah, no, 100%. So I'm laying down in the bed, it's pitch black in the room, and I'm like, damn, like the room just starts spinning. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. It's like you're on a roller coaster and it's that part where you start going up. I just don't know what to expect. I'm laying there, I can hear them through the vent downstairs saying, yo, go check on them, go check on them. Go check on them. So hey, they keep coming to the room like every 10 minutes, like, yo, you good? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Now the whole time I'm laying down, it feel like it's a nigga in the mattress pulling me into the mattress. Like I'm just getting, my body is so heavy and I'm like, oh my God. So The room started spinning. I got up, I started throwing up. Yo, so for 2-3 days, I was still high. Like it was still in my body. Like I could feel it. I woke up the next day, my bearings still wasn't right. Everything was still kind of like moving. We go to the studio. So they telling that everybody's hearing the story. This nigga Maul ate 2 weed brownies. This nigga been fucked up even high for. So Beans and them had a session there and they was telling them what happened. And so then they start calling me space cakes. They're like, yo, this nigga ate 2 space cakes. You know what I'm saying? So from that, it just stuck. Like everybody started calling me space cakes from that. That's crazy. Like you just said that. I'm like, who the fuck called me space cakes?
That's what I was asking. I said, I do a podcast with Maul. I don't do one with space cakes.
That is hilarious, man. Yeah, so Beans, that was what they call weed brownies. They called them space cakes because I guess you eat them shit, you get spaced out. So that's how I got the name space cakes. And I will have you know, Rory, I have never ate a brownie since that day.
Listen, man.
A regular brownie?
I have not eaten a single brownie since that day.
You haven't listened to the truth since.
I have not eaten a brown. I don't give. You could be like, nah, that's good. I don't want it. Like that. I was high for probably 4 days. Like I felt my body like trying to get rid of that shit for about 4 days.
Was this pre-eating on Thanksgiving or post?
This was after we ate.
Okay, because that would just be funny. Picturing everyone at the dinner table for Thanksgiving. Like, yo, where's Maul at?
Yo, that is perfect.
Yo, I'm talking about that feeling of being that high. I will never do that to myself. That's why I really don't do edibles now, because I still have that fear in my mind of being that high. I was high for 4 days.
No, edibles are the absolute.
Yeah, never again.
Terrible.
Never. And imagine you eat 2 of them and you don't even know. So you just on your dessert thing, like, yo, I'm just eating brownies. Nah, it's weed in those.
Why they ain't label them?
Demaris, now you asking the
Do you know who
questions?
Who brought them? Who checked it up?
Yeah, I know who brought them. My brother homeboy brought them over. He made them. So that's why he was like, no, it ain't no, you good. You're going to be high, but you good.
This is a family gathering. Why would you bring that?
I still don't know. And it was in the middle. It was turkey here, this baked mac, yeah. It's in the middle of everything that you're supposed to eat. So I'm like, okay, brownies. Somebody brought brownies. 2 of them, gone, 4 days, high as a motherfucker.
Damn.
But shout out to Beans. Yeah, nobody calls me that no more, Beans. But that's how I got the
Nah, just finding out like in the streets you call space cakes. I had to ask.
Yeah, no.
That's a wild name to just have in the streets.
That's funny as fuck. Damn, I ain't heard space cake. Shit. I ain't heard that name in years.
You gotta change your Twitter handle.
That's crazy. That space cakes I haven't heard that in probably 15, 16 years, bro. Space cakes, wow.
I'm just upset that you kept that story from us for so long.
Right, like you.
I didn't know I was hanging with these space cakes the entire time.
Yeah, man. I told you I lived a lot of lives, man. I'm like a vampire.
Yeah, talk about it on your fucking platform, yo.
I lived a lot of lives, man.
What's some other funnier studio stories?
Funny studio stories? When we laughed at Kanye for wearing he had some, remember Durango boots?
Of course.
The first time I saw Kanye, he had on a leather motorcycle jacket and some Durango boots.
That checks out.
And we laughed. And then he started playing music. I was like, who is this nigga? I said, yo, who is this nigga? I think he had just moved to Jersey, I think, or something like that. And he was working on Bean's first album.
Okay, yeah.
He was working on Bean's first album and did the State Property soundtrack too. That was the first time. And then of course he did some joints on is it Hard Knock Life?
No, he did Dynasty.
No, I think no. Kanye worked on something before Dynasty, I think.
I mean, he was on Harlem World with Mace.
No, he did.
As far as Rockefeller, it was Beans first, and then the Dynasty.
Didn't he do Girls? Or was that just?
Blueprint was after the Dynasty.
No, it wasn't. No, it was
Volume
not.
3, Dynasty, Blueprint.
Blueprint 1 was not after the Dynasty, bro. What are you talking about? Am I tripping?
Yeah. You're out of your lane with this Rockefeller shit, bro.
Yo,
I'm just letting you know.
Blueprint 1 didn't come out.
Dynasty came before Blueprint.
It came out after Blueprint. What are you talking about? When did Dynasty come out? 2000?
Yeah.
And when did Blueprint come out?
You're not about to tell me anything Rockefeller related.
So it was a couple months apart. Okay. That's what it was. It was a couple months apart.
Well, I mean, I'm glad that he got the Space Cake stamp so he was able to keep working after he showed up in them Durango boots. She was like, nah, he good.
Nah, I definitely remember. I told Kanye that. Like, I saw him like a few years ago. We was in LA, and I told him that story. He started dying. Like, he knew exactly. I was like, yo, the first time you came in Baseline, you had on some Durango boots and a motorcycle, like the waist joint, not the waist, like a real motorcycle limp jacket.
Like he was in the Village People?
Yo, and everybody was like, yo, who? Because we was in the B room listening to joints, and everybody was like, yo, who is this? He's like, yo, that's homie in the front, in the lounge. Because Kanye, I think, was in the lounge just chilling, watching TV. And he was like, yo, that's him. Like, he producing all that shit. I was like, yo, this nigga is crazy. Kanye West.
Little did you know. It would go
know.
from that jacket to a Nazi t-shirt. Look at the growth.
Look at us, man. What are we doing? Life, huh? Full circle.
Life, huh?
Full circle.
For some reason, that all checks out, though. Like, that guy would go to the Nazi shirt. That would be the period at the end of the sentence.
100%.
Like, he wore everything. It's either...
Y'all wore Durango boots upstate?
You have to pull up a picture of them because I would have to see them to be able to notice.
You know the Durango, they had them in black and then tan. Then they had like the little
tassels on them sometimes.
Those.
Nah.
Y'all didn't do those upstate?
Nah. Maybe the fashion, like gay niggas, but I don't think like the regular niggas wasn't jacking that.
Demaris, it was regular dudes in New York wearing that.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Look how we say regular. It was heterosexual men.
I was about to say, so gays aren't regular? Or what are you trying to say?
They were heterosexual men wearing those.
We gonna bleep that out. But yeah, I never seen
it.
Nobody with them. Me personally. But I'm a lot younger than you though.
But those also like, those are for the concrete. I don't know, because it's snow in Syracuse like 9 months out the year.
Shut up.
Those would be very tough in the snow.
It was just so odd because if you was around Rockefeller back then, you knew how crazy it was to walk around any of us wearing those. Like, I'm like, yo, niggas was wearing Air Force Ones only.
It's still been fuck yay, but to have the balls to show up around a bunch of reformed drug dealers that have only like gotten out of the game for the last 3 years, to walk in with those on confidently is a different type of confidence. Y'all don't know how crazy that was to see somebody. I was like, oh, he's brave. Because like if you wore something like that, you had to know you're gonna get cut up all day. Like you're the butt of the joke for the entire night. But once he put that foul in and started playing on them joints, I was like, yo, but I think Dame was like, yeah, nah, he legit. He can wear whatever he wants.
He can wear whatever.
Going around Cam and people like that, nah. Dame and Cam with those boots on?
No. Would not happen. Absolutely would not happen.